All right, so are we live yet? Are we on? We're on. Hi everybody, my name is Hannah. This is Any Buzz Rocks, and I'm really excited and very honored today to introduce you to Mr. Luc Nyhus.
Hello.
With a great cheers and a round of applause.
And the crowd
He's a lovely guitarist, a lovely singer, and a lovely man. I can't wait to find out more about who he is. I hope you enjoyed the interview. And shall we just get right to it?
Yeah.
All right, well, cheers.
Cheers. It's brought to you in part by Liquid Death Water and Red Bull LLC. Sorry.
Think.
You know, like the fast voice in the commercials that spatters out a million words?
Yes, why are they so fast? I
Because
have
it's
not
what they
figured that out.
don't want you to hear. It's like all the side effects and things like that.
Maybe let's slow on down and get into the studio session questions. Just in case you were wondering. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Are you?
Having a great day in Venice.
Good.
Hanging out with good old friends, drinking 14 cups of coffee.
Nice. Staying alive and awake, apparently,
Yep,
in the
yep.
city of angels. Good. Can I just ask you a few questions? Can I just jump right on in?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Plymouth, Michigan.
Plymouth, Michigan.
Yep.
And did you live out there your whole life?
I lived in Plymouth until I was 18.
Oh, wow, fabulous. And then where did you move to?
Moved to Nashville.
And then to Nashville. And then where did you move to?
I moved to Venice, California.
Woo, Cali!
This is over a span of like 30 years. But yeah, I moved to Venice about 2018. Got a job at Jay's
Right
Reynolds.
before the virus.
Right before.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love all that. I love the fact that you've moved around from place to place, but solid, right?
Yes.
So, could you tell us an earliest childhood memory?
Wow.
We're just gonna, you know.
Yeah. One of the early memories I have as a kid. My mom. My mom raised me in a one-bedroom apartment, and I remember her like taking me out as a kid underneath this big water tower. And yeah, it said Plymouth Township on it. There's a big water tower, and she would just lay down there. She'd be like, "If you really look closely, the water tower is swaying." So my whole childhood, I was like,
What?
looking at this thing to sway, you know? It's kind of like a fun little
Wow,
fairy
how
tale mystery.
cool.
Yeah.
What an interesting moment for your mom to decide to tell you that the water tower is going to swing. Like, just to imagine just how long you could sit there and wait for it to swing.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
a beautiful memory.
Hey, I got a quick question.
Yes.
Can I is there a link to this I can send to my mom or my family
Yes.
to do this? I know it's during the interview,
absolutely.
but I haven't done that yet, and I feel like it's probably something that would be cool.
Absolutely. It's YouTube at Any Buzz Rocks.
Okay.
And so it's YouTube
Sorry, guys.
Live at Any Buzz Rocks. No, that's okay. Okay,
Let's do
please.
this. I might as well.
Yes, take your time. It will be archived, so she can watch it shortly after. But yes, absolutely. Oh, we're gonna answer my questions.
It'll be archived?
Yes.
Okay. That's cool. We'll just do it.
Could you please take a moment and discuss the guitar that you've brought with you today?
This guitar. Wow. This guitar actually was with me for the whole California journey. When I was in a relationship with a girl that had moved to Topanga Canyon, and a bunch of serendipitous events kind of happened for me to come to California. I was always wanting to kind of go, but it's kind of scary to leave somewhere where you're safe, like Nashville. I have a great career playing guitar and different things, but I always wanted to go to California. So, quick little side story. I was down at a restaurant in Santa Monica here, and this lady overheard me having a conversation with my friend saying that I was going to be driving a truck from Nashville to LA. And before I left the restaurant, this lady stopped over and she said, "Hey, I don't mean to eavesdrop on you, but my husband and I are looking to ship my father's boat from Nashville to LA. And if you'd want to talk about the idea of maybe pulling this boat across the country to get here, I'd love to talk to you about it." So long story short, 6 months go by, and we kept in touch a little bit, and she just one day texted me and said, "You know, this boat's really important to me. My dad built this boat. It was like a 63 Studer wood boat, like a little John boat with a tiny little motor on the back. Yeah, she's like, I'll pay you, I think it was like $3,000 plus gas.
Ooh.
Because that's the
Had
comparable.
you ever towed a boat?
Yeah, never across the country. So I towed the 63 Studer from Nashville to LA, and on the way over, I was driving a 95 Eddie Bauer Bronco.
Ooh, yes.
Blue and tan, it was cool. Pulled the boat. I stopped to see my friend Cameron in Glenwood Springs, Colorado. I had a Yamaha guitar with me that was just kind of a beater guitar. But I went to a pawn shop, or like a little music store, and the guy had this guitar.
Oh,
and,
wow.
I did a straight trade with the guy for my Yamaha for this guitar.
And what is that? I can't read
This
it.
is an Alvarez.
Oh, it's an Alvarez.
It's like a D28 Martin. This is actually like a lawsuit guitar. I kind of knew what this thing was.
What does that mean, a lawsuit guitar?
It means that they got sued really bad for making a guitar that is identical to a Martin guitar.
Oh, that's not easy, is it?
No, there's a lot of them out there.
Martins are
as you know,
top
Yost, you know.
quality.
So this is kind of like
Martin.
yeah.
Guitars.
So this is a cheaper guitar, but it's an old Alvarez here, and it's just one that I leave in Venice, and she's pretty good.
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you like to play us one of your favorite childhood songs on it?
Sure.
Or a favorite song?
Yeah. Let's see. Do you want me to play an original song or a cover song?
Yes, please. Well,
Okay.
we like it.
Ooh. Let me think. I wrote this song called Mama and Me, and it's a song about that story that I told you with the water tower.
How lovely.
Let me see if I can figure this out. Ooh, I did not prepare for this song, but I'm gonna try it.
Yay, thank you.
Let me just figure this out. Alright, I'm just totally gonna wing this. Underneath that water tower, laying there for hours and hours, not a care in the world, just Mama and me. Watching all the clouds pass by, animals of every size, how they'd all just come to life for Mama and me. There are times I wish that I taking all the magic that was made with me and my best friend. Oh, Mama. Guys would try and take her hand, with fast cars and faster plans. We're always better off, just Mama and me. Had a way of taking scary moments, make it so I never noticed. By the time the storm was over, I was fast asleep. There are times I wish that I could go back there again, taking all the magic that was made with me and my best friend. Oh, Mama. Underneath that water tower, trespassing after hours, not a care in the world, just Mama and me.
Yay! Oh my
I haven't played that song in a long time, but that song is exactly about that story I just told you.
Wow.
So I figured it'd be a good one.
Wow. So beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love that. It has so much light to it, doesn't it? Even though you're very grounded, it's a very light song. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of
Thank
like.
you.
Yeah.
What? Okay, can I ask you another question? Okay, so when did you first learn, or when did you first know, or was there a special moment when you knew that you wanted to play the guitar and sing and write songs?
Well, it's funny, like, I really just wanted to play guitar. Like, I never really had, like, a great voice, like a Stevie Wonder voice or anything. But the first moments of me wanting to play music, I think I was probably watching Green Day live on HBO. There was, like, a live concert. And I think it was on there, like, 9 or 10.
Wow.
But these guys were rocking out, and my dad had got me a little guitar, and I used to just sit in front of the stereo and just, you know, do that thing. I didn't know what I was doing.
Playing great, of
yeah,
course. I mean, you just play great with the stereo, right?
And then when I go visit my dad, he would wake me up like at like 5 a.m. He'd be going. That's a song called "Cold Shot" by Stevie Ray Vaughan. But he would play it so loud, I'd be like, God dang it! But so my dad played guitar too, and it was just kind of it progressed, and I just wanted to be able to do that, to play.
So did your dad teach you to play music?
He taught me some, yeah. He taught me some of the like beginner chords. I grew up on some of those early like Everclear, Foo Fighters.
Wow.
Green Day.
So you went straight in to just jamming with the radio and all the music that you...
It takes time. Like, I learned a few chords, and then, like, it takes a long time to, like, connect the dots. It's like learning how to walk, you know? Like, you see a toddler, like, crawling across the floor, and then you see them try to, like, stand up, and they're still falling down. It's very similar to, like, learning how to play the guitar, or any instrument, really. It just goes through phases, and, like, dots are connecting.
And you get stronger
as you
and
go.
stronger.
Yeah.
I've seen some video work that you did on YouTube. So y'all, when you were very young, playing the guitar, and how you just described that you and your father was playing the Stevie Ray Vaughan, like, you were playing it right there as a very young kid. So it was very impressionable to learn to play growing up. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Just grateful for the people that taught me, you know.
Was there, well, you actually answered one of my questions, which was there a song that your dad's, was there a song that your dad or your mom sang to you? Now we know that your dad played a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan around the house, kind of getting you up doing that groove, which I like.
Yeah.
We all like. But was there a song as well that maybe your mom or your dad sang to you that in your childhood that kept you?
Yeah. I mean, one of those songs was Domino by Van Morrison. You guys know that? And then Into the Mystic was like another big one like that. That's way out of tune, but yeah, Into the Mystic, Van Morrison was another one.
A lot of interesting. You have a good balance. A lot of high depth, and then a lot of low. Van Morrison. Whatever, love and rock.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What a lucky kid you were. These are you. Okay, hold on, everybody. Give me a second. What other instruments do you play besides the guitar and sing?
I play dobro, play banjo.
Wow.
Play bass guitar.
Wow.
Play like a songwriter version of piano, like the Black Keys mostly.
Wow.
Pretty much anything with strings, I can kind of play it. I don't know if I know what I'm playing, but you know, I could probably play something on that sitar maybe if I tried.
Ooh. We're going to have to get that dusted out. Is there... Oh my, you answered these. What was the first album that you purchased?
Ooh. Oh my gosh. This might be embarrassing.
Oh, well, that's okay. That's what we're here for.
Not embarrassing.
Yeah.
It might be something you do not expect. Oh, honestly, the first album I maybe ever bought might have been Ace of Base on cassette.
Ooh,
that first record.
Tape.
When they had the little rose, the lady with the rose in the face.
Yes.
Another one might have been So Much for the Afterglow by Everclear.
Oh, right. Wow. Okay.
Might have been 1429 by Sugar Ray.
Wow. Wow.
One of those.
You got a lot of good ones. That's fabulous. So with the word inspiration, what comes to mind?
I mean, honestly, like Venice.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah, just some like,
Wow.
I don't know, found a lot of inspiration here. Like through COVID and like just I don't know, having nothing to do. I've written some really, like I had to move to Venice to become a songwriter. Really, like I was writing songs in Nashville before I came to Venice, but like none of them were me. As soon as I came out here, I was able to find out what me was.
Wow.
And who I am as like a songwriter, and like write those stories and those moments from the past into a song.
And is there one song in particular that comes to mind? Yeah. There's a song I wrote called like I guess you call it California, but California's got a way of stealing hearts. I wrote it on Thornton Avenue in Speedway. I wrote it on literally coming home from the Viper Room in Hollywood one night. I just had this melody, and I just literally like I was walking because it's a whole shuffle. I had to park my car. I was walking with my guitar, and I broke it out and on this trash can, just like started writing this song, and yeah, it's called California. Yeah, I wrote a cool song in the. What time was it?
Like 2 a.m.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful. What is there a section like while you're playing the guitar in a song that brings you to feel like the highest high or low? Like, so there's two questions here. One is while you're playing the guitar, is there a specific or a certain sounds or certain sections or certain rhythms that bring you to a highest high or and to
While
a lowest
playing?
low? Yes.
This might sound crazy.
Or either or, yeah.
Sometimes like sitting out on a second verse when you're playing a huge gig and just listening, like in a cool song, because sometimes not playing is the best thing you can play.
Oh,
Like if
wow.
you got a big huge chorus and you come down and you just like I sometimes just sit out sometimes for a second verse and just listen for for a line or two, you know, and then it allows it cleans the slate for a song and you're able to have some clarity for what you're about to come in with, you know.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's awesome. That brings me right to the next question, which is there something that you think about while you're walking down the street? So I find that, right? That's kind of like almost the
like
opposite.
on a daily basis.
Well, I mean, I kind of say it. It doesn't have to be a daily basis, but in your general while you're walking, is there some things that repetitiously, sporadically come through to you that you're thinking about while you're walking,
Man, I guess it's like different in every place I am. I don't know if I'm on the road or something. I don't know. That's pretty random, but I don't know. Most of the time, I'm thinking like, where's the coffee shop? Like if I'm in a city,
everybody.
like where's the coffee at?
If you want to see Luke,
Yeah.
go find some coffee shops. No, actually, if you want to see Luke, he's playing tomorrow night at Venice West.
Yes, Venice West.
Which is down in Venice, so check it out. Buy tickets online. What time do you go on?
I go on at 8:45.
8:45. That's tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay, moving right along with questions. So, thank you.
So wait, about the show too, real quick, I'll just add,
Yes.
if you want to look me up on Instagram, it's Cool Hand Luc Nyhus, same way it's spelled there. I have the details on there for my show tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. Cool, COOL, hand, HAND, and then Luc Nyhus.
Yep. Like Cool
Just
Hand
in
Luke,
case.
like the movie.
Yeah, Cool Hand
Yes,
Luke.
Yes, both.
Is that a nickname? That
No, I just
Gave
love that
yourself-
movie. You know, Paul Newman?
yes. Ah,
I just love that. And then one day I was like, oh wow, I wonder if that's available. And it was actually, I have a very bizarre name spelling for it. So yeah, it was available. I got the Cool Hand Luke.
nice.
And I just love Paul Newman. Huge fan.
Nice. Great. Shout out to Paul Newman. Oh, and while we're on shout outs, is there any shout outs you'd like to shout out to?
Yeah. Say hi to my family. Say hi to everybody. I want to
Hi,
say hi to my
family.
friend Brad
Hi,
Welker,
Brad.
who's sitting right here. He's a great singer-songwriter too. Always playing in Venice. He'll be coming on Venice Radio pretty soon, I think.
Yeah.
Check him out too. Shout out to Frankie Ballard.
Aw.
Everyone that's given me a chance in life. Shout out to those folks.
Sweet. Shout outs. Shout outs. We love them. Thank you. Okay, I have another random question for you. Is there a word, and I say like dictionary word, because what I'm thinking about is there a word that you find that you really love to use, but it's not a word that you use every day, like
Yeah.
like or the or
Yeah.
hi, right?
I like the word affirmation.
Ooh. And what is it about the word affirmation that you like?
I don't know, like, God will give you, like, I call them positive affirmations. Like, let's say, like, you have a thought about something. Maybe someone in your family, or you're thinking about somebody or whatever, maybe say a prayer, and then something happens that's significant that kind of triggers that thought. Like, for me, like, for instance, like a positive affirmation that I've had recently, like, I had a pretty crazy, I was starting a new gig with this girl, Elle King. I was hired to play in her band for some runs, shows, and I was stressed. I was kind of stressed because it's like a million things you got to learn, and like I was playing like a lot of banjo and dobro, different instruments that I hadn't spent a lot of time on recently. And so I was just like stressing, and it was like one of those things. I was just like asking God to get me through that weekend, and then after I got through that storm, I was riding my bike down this trail in Nashville, and I was just like, man, thank you for getting me through that. Just thank you for gliding me through that gracefully, and everything went really well. And then moments later, I'm riding and I feel this presence, and I just look above me and there's an owl just like cruising. He was probably about to strike me, but he was flying right above me, and we were just going together for like 15 seconds, and that was my positive affirmation.
Wow.
So and affirmations are like things in your life that, for me, like stepping stones of hope.
Wow, that's beautiful. I love that. I find it interesting that you were standing in this moment of like all these things, and you fell in love with the affirmations from God, right? All those moments. And then you found the owl, which confirmed that, right?
Yeah.
And then you had a moment of like fear or doubt, right?
Not
where
fear.
you thought he was going to take.
Well,
you thought that he was. You said
exactly
right?
that,
Yeah.
and that's the way that
That's
the devil
cool.
works.
Right.
He'll give you that thought: is this owl going to attack me, or is he just flying above me and protecting me? That's how I feel like it works. But I knew that owl was there to guide me, and that was a positive affirmation.
Wow, that's beautiful. Special. That's very special. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to ask you to dig deep into one of your songs. So, from any era in your personal songwriting, is there a lyric in one of the songs that you have written that is a highest high lyric, and then also a low lyric? Like, you know what I mean? Like something that's very delightful and something that's very the antithesis of that, undelightful.
Yeah, there's a song that I just wrote called "Believe Again," and the chorus is, "You've got to tend to the valleys, for the hills will tend themselves."
Oh, well, you're going to tend to the valleys, for the hills tend themselves.
Exactly. Which means when you're down in the valley and you've got nothing happening, that hard work and that preparation down there that's where you put in the work. When you're up on the top of the mountain, that everything's good. It'll tend for its,
Right. It's done. It's the hard. Wow. Yeah. That's beautiful.
And I'll play you guys that song.
Oh,
later
we would love to hear that.
At some point later in the interview.
You can
if you
play
want
it
to.
right now if you want to.
Really?
We'll let you. Yes, that would be beautiful. Thank you. The valleys, work in the valleys, the hills.
You've got to tend to the valleys, for the hills will tend themselves.
The hills. That's beautiful.
You want me to sing that one?
Yes, please.
All right. I just wrote this song with my buddy Scott Mulvihill. He's a mega talented musician out of Nashville, upright bass player. But I had started this song and I hadn't really hashed it out, and I was over there playing it for him, and he says, "Man, can I help you finish that song? I'd love to chime in on that." I said, "Absolutely."
Oh, wow.
So we came up with this. Never gonna get where you're going if you don't take a chance in life. There's beauty when you just let go and see if you can fly. Have faith in the road less traveled. Take your hands off the wheel. If you never let yourself unravel, the wounds will never heal. You gotta tend to the valleys, for the hills will tend themselves. You gotta walk through the waysides, you and no one else. You gotta go out on a limb, be the feather in the wind. You gotta let go what you know if you wanna believe again. that you can't take. At times you're gonna have to bend some. The key is not to break. You gotta tend to the valleys, for the hills can tend themselves. You gotta walk through the wayside, you and no one else. You gotta go out on a limb, be the feather in the wind. You gotta let go of what you know if you wanna believe again. Gotta tend to the valleys, for the hills can tend themselves. Gotta walk through the waysides, you and no one else. Gotta go out on a limb, be the feather in the wind. You gotta let go of what you know if you wanna believe again. Yeah, I love that song. It's a special song.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
That is very delight. Very delight. Okay. Wow. So from there, can we move to if there's a lyric that you wrote that is a lower one, that was the highest high one. So now I'm going to
A low lyric, like a sad one?
well, however you want to interpret it. Yes.
I mean, yeah. There's a song that I wrote called Folded Flag. It was a pretty special song, like a military song, and that's the one that you, with the video there.
Yes, it's beautiful. So
Yeah.
I had it on repeat all day. So.
Really?
Yes, I really
Golly.
hope you all click on that YouTube song. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, that song, you know, it's a song dedicated to veterans, and it's like about a folded flag. You know, it's about a guy that gave his life for his country, or a girl. It's about anybody. It's about everybody that gave their life for the country, and yeah.
Was there a specific lyric in there that kind of brings you to that low moment?
As two men with starch white gloves fold the colors till they touch. It's probably more than I deserve, but I'm proud to get this much.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm sending all the love I have to give. I'm sending all the love I ever had, inside this folded flag.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And it's just about that moment of when a service member gets the flag, you know, at a funeral.
Yes, and it's a very specific way of holding it.
Yeah.
That the flag is so special. And that's really beautiful.
Yeah. I remember when my grandpa passed away. I was like 11, and he was in the military. I got to see that whole thing when I was young, and never forget it.
It was in the picture with you. Is that your grandfather?
He was in a picture in that video. Yeah. The video is like I wanna, with that video, I wanna like every once in a while like make a new. I want to share everyone's photos, because like I had a bunch of fans and people sending their photos of their veteran family that had served and everything, and yeah, my grandpa was in there. There's a picture of him in there in Munich, in Wiesbaden, Germany, back in the 60s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. What area of the military was he in?
He was he was in the army. Yeah. He didn't serve in the war or anything, but I think he did his 4 years, and yeah.
Reconnaissance and learning.
Yeah.
Still, it's a very big deal. I
know.
We are spoiled here in the world that we live in today.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons.
People that were in the military have that discipline that I think lacks in a lot of.
Yes.
You know.
There's the regimes, the dedication, the traditions, like the way they fold the flag. They
Respect,
don't the white gloves, which you also mentioned in there, which I found to be a very touching aspect. You know, because our hands get so dirty so fast. You know, and the gloves are like protectant, so so there's no germs. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, that was a gorgeous song.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really love how you have taken so much depth, whether it was a high lyric or a low lyric, to bring through, you know, the love that comes through when you. Both of those share that same moment, actually, right?
Yeah.
Even though one goes high, one goes slow, there's that moment in there that's like the depth of how you feel with that person or with those people, right? And how you've left them in that moment or how you've left them through war. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Wow. Very
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Thank you. Oh, we answered that question. We answered that question.
Pardon my vaping of Fade Blaster over here.
There's been worse things smoked in this place.
The king of the one-liners.
Oh, you can,
Sorry.
please. There's tons of air in here, so we're all happy about that.
Okay.
Sorry, okay, so, if you could be a superhero, what would you be and why? Always one of my favorite questions.
Is Arnold Schwarzenegger a superhero?
No, he's a human being.
Tell you what, who I'd want to be? I'd want to be Last Action Hero, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's a
The Last
superhero.
Action Hero.
Yeah.
What is it about the Last Action Hero that you
I don't
find?
know. I really don't know, but that was my favorite movie when I was like at one point in my life. I don't know, when I was young. And I actually asked my mom at one point, very seriously in my life, I said, Mom, can I change my name to Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh.
And she said, well, I don't know, you know, maybe. I never worked out. She didn't come through with her end of the deal.
Serious paperwork on that.
Yeah.
So what is it about, besides Arnold Schwarzenegger being, you know, somebody who can handle anything in his life? What is it about the superhero for the Last Action Hero that you really adhered to?
He was just helping out this kid, and this kid, I can't remember, what was the premise of that movie? The kid had something that this other bad guy wanted, but Arnold was like his like protection, you know?
Oh.
And he took it upon himself to make sure this kid didn't get in any trouble.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you want to be the superhero affirmation, or not, but...
Arnold was full of positive affirmations for
the
this kid.
superhero to save the... Oh, that's beautiful. What a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Arnold, the Last Action Hero.
Oh, that's lovely. Wait, I love that.
You remember that movie? That was a
My
good
time.
movie. The guy with the glass eye. Tick, 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 tick.
Can we take a moment and examine your fashion, your jacket? Discuss I mean, first of all, it's stunning. I love that.
This is kind of this is a body shot. But these are all just patches I've collected over the years, and I have a gazillion more patches, but yeah, I mean, this one's...
I think
Yeah?
that's the camera, so put if you want to.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is kind of like... I don't have any tattoos either, so this is like my version of tattoos. This is like countries, Munich, you know, Italy. This is my mom's patch from the 70s. This is Stockholm, Sweden, SWAT team.
Okay, so it's a little bit dark, so let's put you in the light.
Well,
so there you go.
I don't really,
Lovely.
yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to see all these patches,
there you
but the
go.
story with the jacket, it's just all... This is my first belt that I ever was gifted when I was 1 year old. It says Mackinac Island on it, and that's pretty special. Park City, Utah, Venice Beach. I got all my Michigan stuff up top. Yeah, it's just like, you know, all kinds of cool little trinkets and stuff.
And do you sew them on yourself?
I do, yeah.
Do you have any other special talents that you...
Yeah, well, I don't know
besides
about...
patch sewing?
I make
love
like
all
leather
your...
goods. I do leather wallets and stuff. I don't know if you can see this, but during the
Wow.
COVID, I started making leather goods, and it's been quite fun. It's actually something that kind of got me through the hard times of no money. I was able to make a few bucks on the boardwalk and keep the lights on, you know? So, and it's a fun craft. I never really mastered it.
How did you learn how to work with leather and making things?
Well, I just kind of just started trying it, and I just did it wrong a bunch of times. And then honestly, my mom got me a leather crafting kit for Christmas. It was like a little $100 thing from the leather store. It had all the basic stuff, and it started out with like veg tan leather, which is like the lighter colored stuff that's really really stiff and thick. A lot of guys will take veg tan and kind of do the hand tooling on it, and they'll dye them and things like that.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't want to get into dyeing leather as much. I wanted to already just have good leather to work with, like that was just like ready to go. And it took a little bit of searching. It actually took me having to drive across the country to find good leather, and that was kind of like my loose goal.
Oh, wow.
I met this guy in Colorado named Vince Coleman. He owns Steamboat Leather. Check them out on Facebook,
Yes,
Instagram.
please
He's
do.
very good. He does all bison leather, so all my stuff is bison, and I was able to find good leather through him, and that made it very inspiring. That was a good positive affirmation for my leather crafting.
But yes, that's beautiful. So
Yeah.
can we order them through?
We can, you know, inventory's low right now due to the high touring season, but I sure hope to get some more wallets made. It will be happening soon. Brad and I just made some valiant efforts on our bikes to go get necessary materials today.
Ooh, I really look forward to that. We'll have to come back and maybe we could do a little leatherworking
Totally.
interview
Yeah,
thing.
man.
Okay, can I ask you another question?
No.
Okay, you ready to go
Yes.
home?
No, I'm kidding.
What would you like to share 3 musical influences or a few musical influences?
Golly. Well,
They could.
yeah, I got him. Well, my dad was
Yeah.
an influence. He was like, he had the guitars in the house, and it was like, that was the spark. the
What
initial
guitars
spark.
did he play?
He had like a
Do you remember?
Breedlove and a Martin and a Les Paul, and he had a little bit of everything. He had a bunch of guitars.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, and he used to tell me not to play them. He's like, do not play those guitars. And he would go to bed, and I would like find the nicest one, and I would take it and play it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you did. Cause
And I was scared. I was like, oh. But my dad, you know, there's a guy up north in Michigan named Chip Stead. Chip taught me how to do. The first thing he ever taught me, which has like been the most valuable tool that I actually know, is how to hybrid pick with a guitar pick and the fingers. So you can go. That was what Chip taught me how to do, and that took me years to learn, and I'm still learning how to do it. I don't really. But like the hybrid picking, you know, you can. Most people would pick it when you have the hybrid thing. It's like the Nashville kind of thing, you know, and that was a very valuable thing. So Chip, and then there's another guy named Chuck Shenaniquit. Rest in peace, Chucky has left the building. But Chucky, he was like Jimi Hendrix. He shredded. And when he shredded, his eyes would roll back into the back of his head. He would just be sweating, and he would be shredding.
Oh, wow.
And I'll never forget. That was the first guy I ever saw shred in person.
So, I mean, shredding meaning rock and roll shredding meaning bluesy. What kind of a sound was it?
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
so there's
all
no...
around badass guitar player.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, you know what? I love that. I love that the people that really were your strong musical influences were those tight-knit right next
Yeah,
to
my
you.
dad's friends, really. They'd all sit around and drink beer and scream in my face, kid! Oh, you know, cigarettes and beer.
And rocking out.
Yeah. Just
Oh.
down the road, you know.
Wow, so that's... Wow, what a lucky thing to have kid for you to be growing up. Sorry, I got a little tongue-tied.
That's
But,
okay.
you know, to have all of that, that's beautiful. Okay, let me run through my questions really quick. Is there another childhood memory that you'd like to share growing up, or a musical gig memory that you'd like to share, or a Hollywood moment?
Yeah. What is? Yeah, I mean, when I was like 13, my brother moved down to Nashville from LA. Actually, he was out here playing professional hockey for the Pro Beach Hockey down in Huntington Beach. But he drove his truck to Nashville and played with Woodward Cafe, got a record deal. Long story short, everything kind of happened for him real quick, and they took me out on tour when I was like 14.
Across the states?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like on
wow.
a tour bus going around. My brother is married to Jessica Andrews, who she sings that song "Rosemary's Granddaughter."
Oh, wow.
I am Rosemary's granddaughter.
Oh,
I don't know,
wow.
that was a big country hit back in the day.
Wow.
And I got to hang out with all the dudes on the bus and all the players, and that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I'll never forget it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great story. Wow, what a lucky kid. You're so lucky. Oh, wait. I think I've gone through Would you like to share anything that you're working on right now?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things. I mean, I'm always kind of working on something, but
Yes, of course.
I can't tell you much about this, but I'm working on a patent.
Ooh.
And I'm learning really fast that it takes a lot of money.
Yes, it does,
So
doesn't it?
there's a lot of steps before working on a patent. I've created the idea, and it's been proven successful through field testing.
Ooh.
But it takes a lot of money to get a patent. So
Yes.
I'm trying to put together a business plan and actually have a proper proposal to give somebody that might be a potential investor. So that's what I'm
Beautiful.
working on. I can't really talk much more about it than
That's
that.
okay. We understand.
Just
Lungs
wish
to
me
learn.
luck, because I'm gonna need it.
You have all the luck. We wish you a huge amount of luck. Huge amount.
Thank you.
Keep focusing. Don't get discouraged. You know,
Yeah.
patents are quite expensive.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they're-
everyone does it though, and I can do it if everyone else.
Yes,
can
you
do it.
can. Yes, you can. Can you please describe 3 words that describe how you feel about music?
Nostalgia and love and hope, I think.
That's
This might be kind of
beautiful.
generic, but you know, love. A lot of people relate love in their life and into music, and then also nostalgia. Like music for me, I love listening to stuff that takes me back. I always kind of dwell on the past. I think it's just human nature, though, because the past is who we are, you know. And then hope, you know. Sometimes you get those songs that like, and I'm gonna apply this to like a rock and roll song, but I don't know about you, but if you get a good rock tune that you've never heard or one that you just love, it'll give you hope. Like it'll give you gas under your ass. Get moving, do something. So
Hope gives you gas under your
yeah,
sitting parts.
get you fired up, you know. Get you hoped out.
I love that. Those are great words. Those are
Yeah.
really, so we have hope, nostalgia,
And love.
and love.
It's kind of generic, but you know, yeah, that's you know.
Beautiful. I like that. Music gives you hope, nostalgia, and love. That's absolutely 100%. 100% right on. With that, I don't really know. Wait, where are we? We did that, we did that, we did that, we did that, we did that. You answered all these questions. Yes.
Sorry if I was going off and answering questions.
No, I love
subconsciously.
them. I just want to clarify to make sure I don't have any other ones left that I wrote down for you. Those we answered.
$200 guitar, you
Do
hear?
you like to go to karaoke? Can we ask you one last
Oh
question?
my gosh.
I know you're ready.
karaoke.
Do you like to go to karaoke, and do you have a favorite karaoke song?
I don't really like to go to karaoke, and if I was to sing a karaoke I don't really like to sing karaoke songs, but if I did, I'd probably sing like, I don't know, like Into the Mystic or something.
Oh, sweet.
I
Van
don't
Morrison,
know.
one of your...
Sweet Caroline, that's what I would sing.
Ooh, beautiful. Would you like to sing that on our...
No.
Okay.
That song.
Pardon me?
That song.
Okay, good. Awesome. All right. Wait a minute. Is that it? Did we go through all the questions already? I wrote a lot down. Yeah, I got it. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Any questions?
Yeah, if you guys are in town in Venice tomorrow, come out to the show, 845 Venice West. You can give me a follow on the Cool Hand Luc Nyhus on Instagram. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be putting out some more music soon. I'm my own worst critic, and I get in my own way about putting out my own music. I'm tired of that stuff. I'm just going to send it.
Yeah,
Because I got
put it
these
out.
songs. I haven't recorded those 2 songs, but those are in my foresights. So hopefully get those 2 new ones recorded to you. But yeah, just been starting to find my sound as a writer and a songwriter. And yeah, we'll be getting some music out to you guys here soon, all right?
Thank you so much, Luke, for coming and sitting with me, and thank you everybody for watching. You're really an inspiration. You know, you walk around, you smile, you say hello, you learn, and you really play I don't want to say a mean guitar because they're not mean, but you play a mean guitar. You can let it rip.
Yeah.
So thank you to your family for doing that for you.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Thank you, fam.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thanks for watching, y'all.
Bye. Have a good night.
Take care.
See you soon.